Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, The Rock and Metal Guardian. I'm Dane, your host. Today, instead of reviewing a CD by a particular band or artist or a book about a particular band or artist, I'm going to talk about, that is, react, review, and critique the new David Bowie Monopoly game. So there's the cover. So if you're looking for it, you want to get it, you know what it looks like. What's interesting about this cover is I've never seen before that outfit in the red and white with the red hat. Never. That's kind of cool. All right. Now the back is very important. That's what the back looks like, because the back is important because it tells you how this version is different from traditional Monopoly. So I'm going to read all this for you. It's not very long. This brand new game of Monopoly has some changes, as the world's favorite board game gets a very special edition all about one of the greatest artists planet Earth has ever seen, David Bowie. Travel around the board collecting classic Bowie albums and building arenas and stadiums as you seek your fortune. Attend Bowie tours and hire musicians and crews to make your performances blow their minds. Pick up special sound and vision cards and see whether they open doors, pull some strings, or bring the stars crashing down. What in the world will you do if your opponents start to win and you have to look back in anger? Can you keep your face without features when your opponents ain't got no money and you become the hero just for one day? So some nice David Bowie lore in the description of how this is different. In addition to what I've just read, there's just a couple things in the instruction book. I've read all this a couple times. I have not played it, but I'm going to play it in a few days with at least two friends of mine, maybe three more friends. So maybe four of us, maybe three of us, depends. So anyway, some things you want to know. There are three types of properties. There are albums, tours, and the third is the stage crew / photographer. So another nice feature is that if you don't want to pay the listed price, the property goes up for auction. And then if you read the rule book, you'll see that there are different ways, when and where and how and why, to get property at an auction. So kind of cool. Actually, it's very cool if you ask me. And then what's also nice is you can haggle with your fellow players. So if you have something they want and vice versa, that sort of thing, you can trade or purchase, that kind of stuff. So very nice. You can also make up your own rules if there's some things you don't like, and that's always a possibility, right? Let's look at the board now, shall we? And I'm really loving this board. So there you have it. Let me get up a little bit, show it. There we go. Really nice. And what's a nice touch about the board? Well, first of all, you have the traditional four corners, right? You have the go, pass and collect 200. You have the jail, whether visiting or actually in jail, go to jail, and then the free parking. But what's really nice about this, for me personally, is you have most of Bowie's discography as a place to land and purchase or rent and build arenas and stadiums on, and that sort of thing. So that's a really nice touch. And presentation-wise, this will just show you, it's got the classic Bowie with the undone tie and the cream-colored suit with the curly hair from the Modern Love look that he had for the Let's Dance album, right? Tour, if you will. So now let's look at the cards, and we'll start with the title deed cards. And I remember these used to be, when I was a kid playing, these used to be 2 or 3 times as big. I deliberately pulled out my favorite card on top. The Scary Monsters and Super Creeps title deed. Rent is $18, and then rent with one arena, the prices go up from there. And then you have what the mortgage value is, and then the arenas cost for stadiums cost, and if you have 4 arenas, that sort of thing. You have a station-to-station one, Hunky Dory, Space Oddity, all right? And then you have the tour cards in here. There's even an outside, that album, right? Diamond Dogs, Aladdin Sane, Stage Crew. Here's one. It's kind of cool. If Stage Crew is owned, rent is 4 times the amount shown on dice. If Stage Crew and photographer owned, rent is 10 times the amount shown on dice. And then it gives you the mortgage value, which is $75. I think there was another one in here I wanted to show to you. Yes, the photographer. If photographer is owned, rent is 4 times the amount shown on dice. Blah, 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 etc., etc. And then you have the vision and then the sound cards. So we'll look at the vision cards first. These are the equivalent to chance and community chest. So vision cards. So you have Advance to Ziggy Stardust Tour. If you pass go, collect 200. Advance to Nearest Tour. If unowned, you may buy it from the bank. If owned, pay owner twice the rental to which they are otherwise entitled. So on and so on. And then you have the sound cards. Life on Mars, pay 50. Slip Away, collect 200. Golden Years, Advance to Go, collect 200. Now the money, the $1 bill, which has Hunky Dory on it. Sorry, they're small and I'm far away. $5 bill, pink. It's got vinyl records on it. $10 bill, blue, has cassette tapes on it, and one of the cassette tapes has a picture of David Bowie in the Thin White Duke era. The $20 bill has just compact discs out of their sleeves or what have you on there. The purple $50 has a see-through version of David Bowie's Outside album, on CD rather. The $100 bill is really nice. It has an iPod with the headphones to the side with someone playing the Low album displayed on the iPod visual there. And then finally, the $500 bill has someone listening to the Ziggy Stardust album, particularly the Starman song, because the title of that song is displayed and the artwork for Ziggy Stardust for the 500. Now, for the stadiums and arenas, you get the typical hotel for the stadium and then the green for the other one. Of course, you get 2 pairs of dice or 2 die. Always screw that up. The tokens are too small to see, but they are a black star, or if they're gray, they're silver or pewter, but meant to represent the black star. Black tie for Black Tie White Noise. The clown hat from Ashes to Ashes. A astronaut helmet for Space Oddity. The lightning bolt for Aladdin Sane, and a skull for Diamond Dogs. And I don't get that reference for Diamond Dogs. I'm ignorant on that part. All right. Yes, so that's what you get when you buy. Now, here are my thoughts, my overall thoughts on this purchase. I'm very happy and glad that I bought it. I'm looking forward to playing this. I'm very excited. Like I said, I'm really loving the discography displayed as places to land on. Excuse me. And I love the sound and vision cards. Now, here's my take on whether or not you should get it. Now, if you're a Monopoly fan and a David Bowie fan, I highly suggest that you get this. I think it's a must if you're a Monopoly fan and a Bowie fan. I think that if you're not so much a Bowie fan, but you're a Monopoly fan, you should still get it because it's a collector's item, and maybe you could give it to someone as a gift, that sort of thing, who is a Bowie fan. If you're a Bowie fan, but not much of if you're a Bowie fan, but not much of a Monopoly fan, I still think it's a must grab because I think since the rules are different, you're going to love it. So that's my take on whether you should get it. So overall, I think this is a must purchase, regardless of which scenario you're in. If you just totally hate Monopoly and you're totally not a Bowie fan, then outside of the collector's item, and then you can sell it for, much more money down the road, then that would be an exception. Now, I'll say this. These usually go out of print fairly quickly. There's an Iron Maiden, there's a Queen, there's a Rolling Stones. I think there's other rock bands as well. Those are the ones that I can think of off the top of my head. I remember seeing a while back before the pandemic struck, there was a H.P. Lovecraft Call of Cthulhu Monopoly board. And I said, well, I'll wait. And I waited too long. And now if you want to get it, you have to buy it from third-party sellers who are asking way too much, in my opinion, like, $200 or more. So you don't want to miss out. If you're on the fence, you could miss out on getting this. So anyway, I happened to stumble upon this by accident, just happened to be in the mall, and I said, oh, look, there's a new toy store. Let me go look in and browse, and I saw it. It's like, I got to get this. So I did, being a big Bowie fan that I am. And I think I'm really going to look forward to playing this with the new rules. So let me talk about some nitpicky things I don't like. I don't like the way the board folds into 4 small pieces, and so it's collapsible in 4 pieces, because these can rip if you're not careful or if you fold it the wrong way. I'm more traditionalist where it folds just in 2 because it could fit in the box as a 2-fold. So a minor thing there. And then the other thing, there's 3 more things. The next one is the tokens. I like all of them but 2. I don't like the skull for Diamond Dogs, and I don't like the black tie for Black Tie White Noise, because Black Tie White Noise is an album I don't like very much. They could have chosen something more creative. They could have chose a pair of boxing gloves for Let's Dance, or Bowie's saxophone that he played, or just an acoustic guitar, right? Or even an electric guitar, or keyboards, or drums, or something. That would have been, or an outfit, one of Bowie's outfit, like the red hat, that kind of thing. That would have been really cool. So I talked about the tokens. I talked about the board. Oh, the houses and the hotels. They're supposed to represent stadiums and arenas. Make a stadium an arena then instead. So that's a minor. And then finally is the title deed cards. I miss those. They're more square and bigger in nature from the traditional Monopoly game. I don't even know if they're still that way in the traditional Monopoly game. But anyway, that's my review. Overall, this is a must purchase if you ask me. So please post in the comments if you have this and how much you're loving it or liking it, or if it's so-so. If you don't have it, tell me if you're interested in getting it and that sort of thing. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Have a great day. Bye.